today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams make their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The pass.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Locke. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now
3-and-out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Complete.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Ryan Bird.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Gun now on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals getting set to go. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now we still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On third and long, it's Lock. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain, and it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Down by Micah Hyde. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2.
At the Bengals' 33-yard line.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
4th down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The score, Cardinals 3, Bengals nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the gun, it's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Locke. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you try and score when given the opportunity.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Khalil Mack, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, Locke, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30, stops him short of the first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Cardinals.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
24-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with a look at the AFC South. Houston at home to Indianapolis. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Cardinal 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
On the tackle.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
But they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Point after try forthcoming. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Block. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
In 10 yards.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Blocked pass. Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Down and goal.
And he is goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, block, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Locke now on 1st down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Locke now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Block. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. At the 46.
From the gun. Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's got this down to the 35. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Down to the 25. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
He's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
The pass.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because you can stop a big fullback like that. That's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Check 43.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cards, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.